Hey, welcome to the WPLR studios. Mike Lappy here with another edition of Storytime. Now, I've been very lucky working here at the station and being friends with Jim Koplik because I get to see so many concerts and shows and get to see a lot of the intimate things that go on backstage. And believe me, it's nothing that you really want to be back at, not like the old days. So when people ask me, oh, geez, I really want to meet someone or go backstage, I always say, you know what? Be careful what you wish for, because sometimes you find out that these artists aren't really cracked up to what you think they are. Case in point, Stephen Stills, all right? I love the guy as a musician, as a vocalist, a songwriter. I think he's the most underrated guitar player around. But a real dick when I met him backstage. And it was at Toad's place. He was doing a fundraiser for then Toby Moffett. And he was with James Taylor. And they did a show together. They both performed. And then afterwards, they're down in the dressing room. And it was just Stephen, James, myself, and Mike Spurndle, the late Mike, great Mike Spurndle, too, who owned Toad's place. So we go down there, and I, go to James Taylor. Mr. Taylor, a pleasure to meet you. He couldn't have been any nicer. Probably one of the warmest guys you'd ever want to meet. Sweetest man. And I went over to Stephen Stills, and I'm glad this is on video. It's hard to explain it on the air. He did this. I go, oh, Mr. Stills, geez, I'm a big fan. Honored to meet you. I put my hand out. I'm Stephen Stills, and he looks at me and just does this. I felt so embarrassed. I said, okay. I even confronted him on the air once because I had interviewed him a couple of times. He'd call in. He wasn't that bad, but still, he's the kind of guy that just doesn't like people, I guess, Or maybe it was me. I don't know. But and then the same thing happened with the Black Crowes. Now, the rest of the band is great. Rich Robinson's a great guy, good guitar player. Drummer Steve Gorman, I don't think he's with him anymore, a great guy. But Chris Robinson, the front man, and maybe it's frontman, I don't know. But he came up to the studio. They were playing at Toad's place. I think it was 1991. And he, first thing that he comes in, and they're all drinking, which is great. We didn't care. They didn't bring anything for me. They all had red striped beers. I mean, I could have gone for one of those beers. Well, okay. But he starts bitching and complaining about the station. Oh, you're not playing enough Joe Cocker. And he starts bringing the CDs out. He was just really, really arrogant. And I chalked it up for him being 21, 22, and having a huge album. But it seems to me that his dickiness has lasted to the point where the band is broken up completely, that he doesn't even talk to his brother anymore. And I think that's a shame. So don't go backstage. You don't want to meet any of these artists. First of all, they probably don't want to meet you. And you can get disappointed. It's happened to me a bunch of times. That's just two examples. And that's another edition of Storytime right here at 99.1 PLR.